Hey guys, everyone's day is going well. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the YoYoFriends Tachyon. This is a super interesting yo-yo that is very fast, very good for competition, and I'm really excited to be talking about it today. Without any further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, so as usual, in order to get a baseline idea as to what this yo is all about, I'm going to throw the specs of this yo on the screen right there, and you guys can check it out. Also, just a quick shout out to YoYoFriends for actually sending me this yo-yo. All of their links and contact information will be in the description down below. I reviewed a ton of the yo-yos and they're really awesome guys. So huge thanks to YoYoFriends for sending me this yo-yo. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the specs and the design of the Tachyon. So in terms of specs, this yo-yo isn't too crazy in any one dimension, but there's a couple of things that I would love to point out for you guys right here. So starting out, this yo is made of 7068 aluminum and has stainless steel bimetal rims. That kind of marks it as a very premium yo-yo. In all the other specs, everything's pretty standard, but the weight is definitely more on the light side, as you can see there. Most yo-yos in this day and age are around 63 or 64 grams, so seeing this kind of weight is a little bit of a surprise to me. Now, in terms of appearance, again, this is a very premium looking yo-yo. We'll start with the shape right here. So this is a really nice kind of competition-oriented shape. It's got a nice curve right down to the center, some very low walls, a couple of ridges here and there near the rims, and you can see we have those huge bimetal rims. Those look absolutely amazing. The shape is nice and wide and very accommodating and has a huge gap for the strings, so it's always lovely to see that. Now moving on over to the cup, we can see these bimetal rims that actually wrap all the way around the yo-yo, as you can see there. That's an awesome sign that this is a very high quality yo-yo. Some manufacturers are just going to put those rims on the outside and not actually curve them around and into the rim. However, this is a pretty serious rim that they've got on this yo-yo, which is awesome to see. That's going to definitely deliver a lot of rim weight and make this yo-yo feel super stable. From there, the rest of the shape is pretty standard. However, we do have a really cool engraving, as you can see there. It's kind of crazy. And in the center, there's a nub that kind of pokes out right there. In general, I love this colorway that I received. So it's kind of a silver and purple fade, and it just looks really nice all around the yo-yo, and it also looks sweet when it's spinning. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how this yo-yo actually plays on the string. So first things first, this is a very fast yo-yo, and I know that was the goal of YoYoFriends when they designed it. They wanted this yo-yo to be a really kind of speedy machine that was very maneuverable and fast with acceleration, and that is totally true. They hit the nail on the head with this yo-yo right here. I'm super impressed with this yo-yo's speed and agility. It's just one of those yo-yos where when it gets on the string, it feels like it can move almost for itself. When you're trying to move the yo-yo one way or another, it feels like it almost goes by itself, which is a really cool feeling that you guys are just gonna have to try out at some point. In terms of changing direction, this yo-yo is excellent. That's a really important thing to me in any kind of speed yo is the ability to move quickly and change direction with any kind of string cuts and things like that, and this yo is absolutely phenomenal at that. It also is a very stable yo. This honestly kind of felt like a drop near almost. It's a super stable and fast yo. It's one of those that kind of dances around the string, and it just feels so solid on the string. I was finding that my spin times with this yo were exceptional. I was doing really long combos and finding it still had a ton of spin left over, which is amazing to see. So this is, in my opinion, probably my favorite YoYoFriends yo that they have made to date, just because of the sheer ability of this yo-yo. It also is a very satisfying yo-yo to throw. In my opinion, it's not super boring. It just feels like a very, nice feeling and pretty fun yo-yo in general. I think the shape makes it very comfortable to hold in the hand and very easy to kind of just play around with. So besides being a great performer, I'd say this is definitely in the fun category of yo-yos. Binds and regens with this yo were really good in my opinion. I think that in the beginning, binds were a little bit more on the, grabby side and snaggy side, but once I kind of broke in those response pads, they were just fine. Very solid, very tight feeling binds, and the rims themselves aren't too sharp that it hurts your hand when it comes back to you. And as I mentioned, regens were very good as well, as getting some nice consistent regens, as you could see there, and really nice binds afterwards. In terms of its playability when it comes to whips, slacks, and hops and things like that, this yo is very good. As I mentioned before, it's got a nice and wide design, and so that allows for a lot of room for the string to kind of land in the gap, which is a great feature of this yo-yo. And then as for horizontal, I was also very impressed with it. I kind of knew that this yo would be pretty good at horizontal just because it's so fast and also very stable, and I was not wrong. This is a very, exceptional yo with horizontal. Feels super solid, feels like you can hit a bunch of different horizontal tricks all in one, and so that's an awesome thing to have about a yo-yo. Grinds with this yo were very good. It's got a smooth matte finish on the body, so finger grinds were exceptional. Palm grinds aren't the best because it has a kind of glossy finish on those stainless steel rims, but that's just fine. And then as for thumb grinds and talon grinds, they were both very good. There's actually a little bit of a ridge you can kind of lock into, so those were just fine. And then as for finger spins, they're a little bit difficult just because the yo-yo has a really strong engraving all around it, so that's one thing thing that you might not want to do that many finger spins with, but at the end of the day, it's not a huge deal breaker. Okay, so in conclusion, the Tachyon is a really exceptional yo-yo. It definitely comes at a more premium price, which is to be expected, but it's made of premium materials. In general, this feels like a very competition-oriented yo-yo. It feels like you could really just grind through a ton of different tricks and it'll power through all of them. It does come in at a little bit more of a steeper price, between $105 and $110. However, if you're looking for an absolute beast of a competition yo-yo that is, in my opinion, the best yo-yo that YoYoFriends has ever made, I think that this one is the one. It's got a really nice shape and design. I was very impressed with that. The performance is exceptional. It doesn't feel stale or boring. It feels like a nice kind of fun yo-yo. Binds are great with it, and in general, I think this is a really solid choice for anyone looking for that extreme competition yo-yo. This thing is light, it is fast, but it is also stable, and I don't think it'll disappoint. Alright, so that's about it for my review of the Tachyon. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. Also, if you guys are new here and haven't seen my videos before, hit that subscribe button so you can see whenever I post a new video. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace.